Dogs are really smart. They know when you're happy, they know when there's something going on that's scary. They need us to basically be their mentor, and dogs need us as much as we need them. I'm the dog program manager for Hopalong Animal Rescue. We're 100% foster-based, and it works well because the animals get out of a shelter environment, then they go straight into a home where they can learn to blossom and become an independent dog. Not a lot of rescues have that.
So at first, I didn't know about Hopalong's mission, their organization, or how they ran. I had no idea when I was looking for dogs to adopt. And then I found Koa through Hopalong. It's the first time I'd heard of Hopalong. I was like, wow, Koa's with a foster family? I assumed that she'd be in a kennel somewhere, grouped with dogs in a sad space like that.
Dogs, once they get out of shelters, they sort of unpack themselves, they kind of relax, and then they become a complete different animal. Because you can't really read a dog when they're stressed out in a kennel. You want to get them out. You see them wagging, you see them interacting with you, and the body just becomes more relaxed. That's why the foster program is so important, because with the foster's help and patience, these animals who've been through abuse, they learn to trust the human again, and then they move on and carry on with a normal, happy dog life. We're very lucky to have the biggest foster program in the Bay Area.
Fostering for me is so rewarding. I love coming home to all my fur babies. We've gotten these dogs. They're so shut down. We bring them home. They literally don't eat, they don't move, they don't sleep. After the third day, fourth day, these dogs learn to love, they learn to trust, they learn to eat, they learn to sleep. They knew they were in a safe place, and it's so incredibly rewarding. The first night, every single puppy, when I bring them back, they get a bath. And then we introduce them to our dog, Nulo.
Nulo was a singleton puppy. He was about 4.5 weeks old. I got him from the Oakland shelter. He came in as a stray, tiny, tiny little puppy the size of my hand, and Tina fostered him. And there was a connection with her and this dog and her husband, and they ended up adopting him.
Nulo was a beautiful puppy, and I remember when we were thinking about giving him up for adoption, Gary said, I don't want him to go to anybody else. I want to keep him, and that's when we decided.
Yeah, having Nulo changed everything. I mean, Nulo was, it just changed. Just, fell in love with him, yeah.
He's just so special to us.
Tina and Gary and Nulo have fostered many, many dogs since I've been at Hopalong. I honestly have lost count. I actually think it's over 60 dogs.
Nulo's done some amazing things with puppies. Nulo has his own recliner here. That's his favorite place to sit, so we usually put the little puppy on the recliner with Nulo, and they just tend to bond. So we're able to leave Nulo in the house with the puppy, and he just kind of watches them and takes care of them. Whenever we say, where's the baby Nulo, he'll go look for them and make sure that they're okay.
Nulo's the big brother. He's like the nanny dog. So many photos that I have of Nulo cuddling with tiny little puppies next to him. Pit bulls have such a bad rap, but in that sense, we have proof. Look at my foster's pit bull puppy, who's an adult, sitting with 3 little puppies all over him, and he's just cuddling and nurturing them, so he's great.
He has such a big heart for every single dog. He cares about them all. And I can see a big part of Nulo in Koa. I can see they raise all the dogs in a very healthy, encouraging environment. And when I see Koa with Nulo, their bond is just beautiful. Nulo would be laying down and Koa would get as close as possible, even on top of him. And he'd happily look up at her. It's as if he was saying, "Come sit with me." Nulo has so much patience, so much love for every single dog in the house. Nulo goes around checking in and playing with all of them.
What makes him very special is we give him all the love we possibly can.
And he provides love to all the dogs that we've had.
He's doing his job. He has a job, and that job is to make sure that that foster dog is relaxed and welcomed to this foster home, and he does a really good job at that.
You know, these little creatures can be so loving. And it's unconditional love, which is fantastic.
Gary's usually holding the puppies like a baby, talking to them. It's not uncommon for Gary and I, with Nulo sitting between us, we're watching TV and Gary's looking at Nulo saying, "Nulo, I love you. I love you so much, Nulo."
It's got to be the basic part of the recipe that we provide to the dogs, which is we show them that love. A lot of events will have taken place before they get adopted because of their love for us, that they want to make us happy. And in return, we love them.
Yeah, our life's pretty devoted to them. They go along with us wherever we're going. So we have this whole setup. We have strollers for the dogs if we're walking. It gives us that option when we have our puppies with us, just to tell people about Hopalong and what rescues are and what it means to have a rescue.
Reality is we have a mission. We have got more dogs adopted, taking them down to Lakeshore or Tina at work to be able to find a loving family that can appreciate and continue the love for these little guys.
My goal is to have everybody adopt a rescue puppy.
Tina took the time to really explain the process. And she has kept in touch with me. She's let me know what to expect. Sometimes if I'm not sure about what happens next, she's always there for me and has made the transition really easy from here to my house. And then we'd come back again, and Koa gets to see Nulo. And they get to see Koa too. So we are her whole family, all of us together. It's not like I'm her only family. And when Koa sees Tina and Gary and Nulo, she's just so thrilled to see them. They just play and love each other, and it's fantastic.
I enjoy all of my puppies that we foster. Sometimes it's so difficult for me to hand them over. My hands are almost shaking. It's like, here. But I think the way that I kind of get through it is knowing, okay, you're going to a good home, and tomorrow I'm going to get another puppy. I'm going to get another dog that's in need of, the same love and attention as this dog.
Knowing that you can actually take these brand new lives and know that they're going to go to a home that's going to love them, and if they can share the same love that we have with Nulo, the amount of love they get will make them the best companion.
Koa is who she is today because of Hopalong. When Koa sees me, she looks at me with such love. She doesn't care about anything around us, just me. She says, "Hello, how are you? How was your day? Let's go for a walk." And I just love that. It's important to know that life's not permanent, and dogs remind me of that. They say live in the moment. Everything will be fine. You will be okay. And that's a big lesson that my pup keeps teaching me.
Yeah, we would take in every single animal if we could. I love my job, and people always ask me how I do it, and I show them my pictures. This is who's waiting for me when I go home.
Yeah, most likely we'll be fostering for the rest of our life.